Guys, it never ceases to amaze me. Check out this video of Joe Biden trying to speak. I would have said speaking, but it's so bad, it's almost as though you couldn't use that word, right? I'd get fact-checked of being like, yeah, he's not really speaking, he's trying. But, he does this. He goes through a long list of people and names. He can't read them from a teleprompter. And these are people from the AFL-CIO, the big unions that take all hardworking American union dues, give them to Democrat policymakers and Democrat politicians who then create policy that are terrible for those said workers. Let's not talk about the irony of that. But Joe's been probably working with these people for decades, and he still can't get through the name. But at the end, he says, but we're going to beat COVID. Honestly, it doesn't seem like Joe as an individual could beat anything. It's embarrassing. Just watch and think about it for a second.
Let's listen in. He's speaking in Illinois right now.
And Pennsylvania, I'm from Pennsylvania. The Illinois president of Don Harmon, State Senator Laura Murphy, State Rep Martin Moylan, and we got great labor leaders here too. Tim, where's Tim? There you go, Tim. Thank you. Thank you, pal. AFL-CIO State President. And Jeff Isaacson, United Brotherhood of Carpenters, and Don Finn, IBEW, and Robert Reiter, R-E-I-T-E-R, Reiter, Chicago Federation of Labor. And folks, that's how we beat COVID-19.
All right, we're going to continue monitoring this here when it gets to the details of numbers and all of that, whether he takes questions. We are monitoring this.
Okay. So do you really think that this guy, the leader of the free world, do you think he's making the decisions for our country that we need? Do you think he's capable of it? And that's the problem, right? All the people who yelled about Trump and destruction of democracy. Guys, no one thinks Joe Biden's making the decisions. And if he's the elected leader, but a bunch of radical leftists who were not elected are the ones sticking stuff in front of him to sign, to attempt to read, is that democracy? Is having a puppet front man who maybe they thought was electable because you look at him and be like, yeah, he's an idiot, but maybe he's nice. And now we realize just how bad it can get. Now we realize what that means to our country. But is that democracy? If a bunch of radical leftists who control this shell of an individual are the ones actually dictating policy, law for Americans. They're the ones probably making the decisions on Afghanistan and your pipelines and your energy and creating the disastrous inflationary policies that we're seeing today. If those guys are making the decisions and they weren't elected, isn't that in and of itself the destruction of democracy? And if so, why is no one talking about it? Because we should be. Because if you're watching, you realize this man is not making decisions for himself.